did you know which food never goes bad, or what happens when you fall into a volcano? Well, the world is full of such astonishing happenings. And face it, we all love amazing and fascinating things that take place in all walks of life. So, sit back, relax, and grab a drink as we take you on the journey of 5 such eye-popping and jaw-dropping facts. Let's begin with fact number 5. Sneezing could kill you. If you sneeze too hard, you could fracture a rib. If you try to suppress a sneeze, you can rupture a blood vessel in your head or neck and die instantly. This is not surprising, as the average sneeze can exceed the speed of 100 miles per hour, like a speeding car on a highway or a fired bullet. And the force of the air being expelled can crack your rib cage, because that is where your lungs are. One unlucky fellow who tried to force his eyes open while sneezing had his eyes popping out of the sockets after the powerful sneeze. Sneezing while driving a vehicle is potentially dangerous, and sneezing can spread pathogens, organisms that cause disease, which is a source of danger to other people. Very rarely, in susceptible people, a sneeze can cause a stroke or break bones. Next, let's look at fact number 4. Food forever. Certain foods seldom expire, and honey tops the list. Honey has been called the only food that truly lasts forever, thanks to its magical chemistry and the handiwork of bees. The nectar from flowers mixes with enzymes inside the bees that are extracted, which changes the nectar's composition and breaks it down into simple sugars that are deposited into honeycombs. Fanning action from the bees' wings and the enzymes from the stomachs create a liquid that is both highly acidic and low in moisture, truly inhospitable digs for bacterial growth. The processing and sealing of honey also adds to its indefinite shelf life. Despite being low in moisture, honey's sugars are hygroscopic, which means that they take in moisture from the air. When the heated and strained honey is sealed properly, moisture cannot be absorbed, and the honey stays the same forever. The oldest jar of the sweet stuff ever found is believed to be 5,500 years old. Up next, fact number 3. Nutella was invented shortly after World War II ended because chocolate was so expensive. Today, this delicious chocolatey and nutty spread is present in almost every breakfast table or snack assortment, found on anything from pancakes to your pizza. The spread seemingly knows no limits. Statistically and financially, it's also a marvel. In 2013, you could reportedly circle the globe 1.4 times with the amount of Nutella produced. And in the beginning of 2015, 1 jar of Nutella was sold worldwide every 2.5 seconds. But do you know that Nutella was actually created out of necessity? The availability of chocolate was low around this time, because most of the world's armies issued rations of chocolate to the soldiers. The lack of supply led many to try creative new approaches. In 1946, Pietro Ferrero created a spread made of tiny amounts of chocolate and plenty of inexpensive hazelnuts. Although it wasn't a new idea, his formula was making it much more affordable to regular folk. Ferrero's son created the final Nutella product and perfected the formula in 1964. Let's move to fact number 2. If you fall into a volcano, you would float instead of melting. Okay, don't ever try that. Still, if you fall into a pool of lava, you will not sink into it. The density of lava is 3 times greater than a human body, and between 100,000 to 1,000,000 times more viscous than water. Now they show it in movies, how bodies sink to the bottom of the lava, never to be seen again. But that doesn't make it real. However, there is a big but. If you don't sink though, burning to death could be an option. It isn't really an either-or question. You might burst into flames and burn when you hit the lava surface, as depending on the type, lava's temperature ranges from approximately 1200 to 2200 degrees. You might also burn before you hit the lava due to the radiant heat. Finally, fact number 1. The Burj Khalifa is so tall that you can see 2 sunsets from it in one day. This tall beauty not only holds the title of being the tallest building in the world, but it has another mind-blowing feature. You can see the sunset happen at the ground level, and then if you get the elevator all the way up the building, you can see it again from the top. In fact, if you are a Muslim living on top of the Burj Khalifa, you will have to fast longer during Ramadan because of this time difference, about 3 minutes between the time of the sunset on the ground and the sunset on the top. You can even get the same effect on a calm day at the beach with no help at all. First, lie down on the sand looking at the horizon. When the sun completely disappears, jump as fast as you can. You will be able to see the end of the sunset once again. The taller the structure and the faster you can get to the top, the longer you will be able to enjoy the second sunset. This happens because the earth is curved, and by sticking out perpendicular to its curvature, you will be able to see more of what lies behind the horizon.